Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back. I am AdamMcKola, and huge reports tonight that Manchester City are interested in bringing Paul Pogba to their club on a free transfer this summer. That would be absolutely huge news, wouldn't it? Now, it looks likely that Paul Pogba is going to leave Manchester United on a free this summer. After leaving on a free all those years ago and then returning in an £89 million deal, it looks like he could be set to leave on a free again. And could he actually join Manchester City on a free? It rivaled Carlos Tevez' move to Manchester City all those years ago, and I'm sure it'd be one that I'd be pissed off with. I mean, I'm not pissed off that Paul Pogba is leaving Manchester United, but to see him join Manchester City would be a huge kick in the teeth and a little bit of salt in the wounds, wouldn't it? After a transfer of a player, look, we know Paul Pogba is a hugely talented player. And for whatever reason, this transfer hasn't worked at Manchester United. And to see him leave and undoubtedly then go on and do well at Manchester City would be a real sore one to take. But could that happen? We'll be looking at the story a little bit more in depth and, of course, chatting about that here in this video. Make sure you get your thoughts in the comments below. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that jazz. But as I was saying, the report... Now, it's been reported by multiple people, and it's been reported as well, probably like a month or so ago too. And it's the Mail who are saying Manchester City want Paul Pogba. Now, as I said, it's the Daily Mail. So, you know, they're just one of them that are reporting it at the moment. But they're one of them that are leading it with it kind of as an exclusive. I don't think it is their exclusive because we've heard similar before. But take that with a pinch of salt because it's probably not true. And we're just discussing this because it's something to discuss. Pep Guardiola is interested in signing one-to-way United midfielder once his deal expires this summer, with a potential free transfer mirroring Carlos Tevez's acrimonious exit in 2009. Now, if you remember that game where Paul Pogba scored a couple of goals, Manchester United came from behind to beat City at the Etihad and stop their title celebrations on that day. Now, around that time, there was talk as well that you know, Milo Raiola had offered Paul Pogba to Pep Guardiola and Manchester City, and that Pep Guardiola didn't want Paul Pogba. So for it to come out now, obviously he's on a free transfer. This article alludes to the fact that he could be a potential replacement for Fernandinho. Again, that makes you think, is that likely? Now, obviously Manchester City are looking very, very likely to sign. Now, Mino Raiola's passed away, but they're looking like they had a deal in place for one of his clients, Haaland, just before, probably about a month or so ago. It looks like a deal's been done there for Erling Haaland. Now, at that time, we kind of heard that Manchester City were offered Paul Pogba in those talks as well and knocked it back. Now, is this just a delay in the reporting of that? Or are City now reacting to that and saying, we've been knocked out of the Champions League, we're going to react, we're already bringing in Haaland, now we could bring in Paul Pogba on a free too? Now, in some of the reports, it says that he'd be unlikely to get more wages than he's on at Manchester United, or even the same wages. And again, depending what other offers come from elsewhere, probably unlikely to mean that is true. But let's have a look into this anyway. And, you know, let's just look at the article for now. City are interested in signing Pogba on a free transfer in what could become one of the most explosive deals in British football history. I don't know if most Man United fans aren't even bothered anymore. Paul Pogba is out of contract at the end of next month when he's virtually certain to leave Man United for a second time after rejoining the club for a then world record fee of £89 million. Sportsmail has learned that City are exploring the option of signing Pogba from their arch rivals ahead of next season. Now, what that could possibly be is those discussions happened about Haaland. Pogba was offered, City said no. Now, as a result, the agents and the team in the back are trying to smoke out some offers elsewhere. So they're saying Manchester City are interested in signing Paul Pogba. Therefore, they might get some more offers from elsewhere or speed things up elsewhere if PSG or one of those other clubs are interested. It says Pep Guardiola wants to add a new versatile central midfielder ahead of next season to fill the void likely to be left by captain Fernandinho. Pogba is among a list of candidates the club have identified for the role Guardiola wants to fill. Under transfer regulations, City cannot make a formal offer to Pogba until the end of the season. But we know informally a lot of these things happen behind closed doors and talks will take place. Do you know what I mean? That perhaps put them at a disadvantage given overseas clubs have been able to formally Where has this gone now? Formally discussed the possibility of signing Pogba since the turn of the year. It's been very, very quiet on that front. Could that also be a case that because City can't formally offer Paul Pogba anything, that nothing's happening until they can do that, and that's when we'll hear about it officially? Now, 2 + 2 could be equaling 5 there, but that is another possibility. Persuading Pogba to switch City allegiances, however, may be the biggest obstacle towards the completion of what would be a shocking deal. Now, is that really an obstacle? We've seen Paul Pogba, booed by some Man United fans. He hasn't enjoyed the greatest time there. It's football ultimately. I wouldn't be surprised to see a player go anywhere. If the offer's better than it is elsewhere, and let's be real, Manchester City are a football club that are challenging for the biggest trophies at the moment, then that wouldn't be a surprise at all. As much fume as it would cause amongst some fans. The early indications are, though, that the 29-year-old will not immediately dismiss the prospect of joining City and will consider the option just as he would all the other offers he has received. PSG and Juventus are also amongst the clubs interested. And then it goes on to just speculate how big the transfer would be alongside Carlos Tevez, Sol Campbell's, etc. So is this a move that could happen? Of course it's a move that could happen. Paul Pogba is available on a free transfer. Manchester City are one of the best teams in Europe at the moment. Therefore, they're going to be attracted to the best players in Europe. Paul Pogba is available on a free. Therefore, he's going to be even more attractive to some of those clubs. You hear the likes of PSG, Real Madrid, Juventus' names always linked with Paul Pogba, and you hear Man United's offers still on the table. Now, it could be a case this has just been brought out just to kind of smoke out other offers like we mentioned earlier and increase the bidding elsewhere. But it could be genuinely true, because Paul Pogba, if he did play for City, I think we'd end up seeing a top quality central midfielder getting goals and assists and playing part of a winning team. I'd hate to see it happen because, like you guys know, I like Paul Pogba as a footballer. I think he's fantastic, and I'm gutted that it hasn't worked at Manchester United. I would love to have seen it work there, but to see him join City, as much as it would piss me off a bit, it would not surprise me at all, because that's football. As much as I kind of think these stories are probably a delayed report from what happened a few weeks ago around the Haaland discussions and that, and it's probably something that won't happen, but I wouldn't hold my breath on that, and I wouldn't rule it out at all. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Paul Pogba to Manchester City, could it happen? Get your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you like and comment and sharing and subscribing. Until next time, I've been AdamMcKola, out of here.